Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video of fragrances that you absolutely need to own for the fall and winter. If by the end of the video you do not own at least one of these, I am going to be very disappointed and you are severely lacking in your scent game. And I wish I could say I was joking, but I'm not. These are seriously some of the best fragrances that you could possibly wear for the fall and winter. In my very humble opinion, the sexiest, most attractive, perfect fragrances a man could wear. So let's get into it with my number one. You might be able to guess what it is because I talk about this fragrance over and over and over on my channel because it is just so perfect. We're talking about Haltane by Parfum de Marly. When a man asks me for a fragrance recommendation, Haltane is always the first thing that pops into my mind. It is seriously in my top 10 for life. It is the epitome of masculinity in 2023. It has it all. Depth, woodiness, sweetness, and spice. It is perfectly blended and so well balanced. Very aromatic with lavender and clary sage with a spicy, crisp saffron with a beautiful gourmand, very sensual, very yummy praline note. Gives it this beautiful gourmand edge that you guys know women love to smell gourmand fragrances on men. It makes us want to eat you. And of course, it has that beautiful woody, oudy base. It is a touch smoky, but it's not a challenging oud at all. This is really one of the most perfect introductory oud fragrances for someone that doesn't have a lot of experience with more niche or oudy fragrances. This is really the perfect starter fragrance for you. But even if you do have more of a refined nose, it'll still appeal to you because, like I said, it's just so balanced, it's so perfect, so well-rounded, and it is just so appealing. And it's something different to try. Step out of your comfort zone, take my word, please, you will thank me later. It performs like a beast. It has one of the most opulent and stunning scent trails I've ever smelled. Seriously, the scent trail of this sillage from Haltane has me in a literal chokehold. Anytime I smell this in the air, I melt. And it makes a very strong impression as well. It's just one of the most superior fragrances on the market. Haltane. So next we'll talk about the second fragrance that always pops into my mind when someone asks for a fragrance recommendation. Apple Brandy on the Rocks. Hear me out. This is a fragrance that every man must own. Severely underrated from Kilian. Everyone talks about Angel Share, but Apple Brandy on the Rocks is so much better. It is another huge love that has secured a top placement in basically every fragrance list that I put out. So underrated, and for what? Like I said, everyone pays attention to Angel Share for the cooler weather, but guys, this is the one. This is the one, especially if you're a man. And especially if you think that Angel Share is overpowering or that it's too much or it's too feminine, because yes, it is very sweet. This is going to be your answer. If you still want that beautiful, like bakery apple pie, but this is done in a much better way. It's boozier, it has brandy, rum, and it has pineapple as well that makes it very bright and honestly makes it wearable in many different situations and all different seasons as well. The pineapple in this really takes it to the next level, mixed with the vanilla and a heavy dose of ambroxan. And like Angel Share, it is a bomb, but not in a cloying way like Angel Share can be for some people. This is not one that's going to be giving you like a headache. This is one of my favorites, if not my favorite apple-based fragrance ever. It is so freaking sexy. It is the heart and soul of the Liqueurs collection. Criminally underrated. It has that sex appeal of apple brandy mixed with that very cool vibe from Vodka on the Rocks. It really just takes the best elements of both of those fragrances and mixes it into this freaking perfect creation. It is a match made in heaven, you guys. It is so good. And another 10 out of 10 scent trail as well. Perfect for all occasions, and it is worth every single penny. Or you can get a membership at Costco and get it for $100 on their website. So next, of course, what would be a fall winter list without the icon Spicebomb Extreme by Victor and Rolf? Everyone says it because it is true. It is a staple. It smells niche. It transforms a lot throughout the life of it. It's a classic spice and woods with cinnamon, tobacco, and vanilla, just like the ultimate combination. You cannot get better than that. It is super appealing with a very crisp, boozy edge that women go nuts over. This is a certified panty dropper, baby maker, whatever you want to call it. This is the one that women go crazy for. Trust me, I know, because I am one of those women. And it has a darker side as well. Very aromatic and keeps getting better and better as it dries. An absolute lady killer. Spicebomb Extreme by Victor and Rolf. So next we're going to talk about a fragrance that is so incredibly near and dear to my heart. My favorite perfume in my entire collection. Not just for me, but also to smell on a man. Via Cavour 1 by Xerjoff. I'm sure you guys have heard me talking about it in the past. This is one of the sexiest fragrances a man could ever wear. Hands down, the most beautiful dimensional gourmand on the planet. Also severely underrated by Xerjoff. I think I'm the only person on the internet that talks about Via Cavour 1. So you heard it here first, guys. The word is getting out, people have been buying it, and it is now a worldwide release. So it's back in stock, it is available to purchase, and I'm sure eventually it will be at other authorized Xerjoff retailers. Just picture this, guys, please. Peach, dark chocolate. There's something very boozy about this as well. Mixed with vanilla and caramel, a heavy dose of patchouli. If you guys have smelled Tony Iommi, it's almost kind of a similar patchouli as that. Rose, patchouli, and cashmere. It is so luxurious and super elegant. It is probably the most elegant wearable gourmand on the planet. And it is so ungodly sexy on a man. To smell this on a man is just... It is like catnip for women. I am telling you, there is something about this that I'm not gonna say it's just addicting. It is like, it will take over your life. If you wear this around a woman, she will be so obsessed with you. And it's so unexpected. It is a little on the sweet side. It has those gourmand aspects that I was saying, the caramel and the dark chocolate. There's a little bit of a red berry vibe in here as well. The patchouli, rose, and cashmere is really what blends this all together to make it really unisex and wearable for a man. It's not just those sweet gourmand notes. It's very dimensional, a lot of depth, perfect. It is an absolute must-have. I know a lot of my viewers have bought this already because of my recommendation, and they will leave a comment below and tell you, like, it is absolutely fantastic. It is a top for life. There is nothing on this earth better than Via Cavour 1. So now we're gonna move on to a fragrance from the house of Tom Ford. We have Noir Extreme Parfum. Now, this is a very warm, spicy cardamom with that Indian-inspired dessert kulfi. I prefer the Noir Extreme Parfum for a man, and I prefer Noir Extreme for a woman. I feel like Noir Extreme Parfum is just a little more, it's a little bit on the darker side. It's stronger, much more like in your face, powerful, and it has more depth. It smells very festive, very cozy, a really great Netflix and chill scent, if you will. It kind of has this like leathery suede side as well. It's not overpowering in this, but it's definitely there, and it's balanced perfectly with a little bit of a light floral with some spice. Cardamom, ginger, tonka bean with orange that brings a lot of brightness. Very balanced, and it is perfect for those super cold winter nights. Tom Ford Noir Extreme Parfum. So now we're going to talk about an absolute showstopper from the house of Nichane. This is Ani X, a huge improvement on the OG Ani, which I liked, but I wasn't madly in love with. I thought it was just a little too simple, but this makes up for it 10 times. This is a very bright and ethereal vanilla, much fresher in the opening than the original Ani. You get a lot more citrus here. Kind of like, almost in a gourmand direction, with almost this kind of like lemon tart vibe. Like, there's something very creamy about the citrus in this. It almost makes you think of something a little gourmand, but as it dries, it kind of goes away a little, and it has a lot more depth. There's more of that kind of recognizable green vanilla that you get with Ani, but definitely more amped up, a little bit sweeter in Ani X, and much richer as well. It has a very smooth woodiness from cashmere and sandalwood. Very tart and creamy. We got cardamom and ginger and pepper with a very subtle fruitiness, all with this very strong green vanilla feeling. Vanilla is definitely the star of the show, just like it was in Ani, but here it's just more amped up. It's stronger, it's more powerful, and a little more fun and playful, and a lot more interesting in my opinion. It is really the perfect vanilla for a man, the perfect like vanilla dominant scent for a man to wear because of those green elements. It is really sexy, very fun and playful, while being very put together at the same time. I don't think that's an easy combination to pull off, so really commend Nichane. The citrus sticks around as it dries. It does get a little bit sweeter as it gets to the dry down. I am just absolutely in love with it. I cannot recommend this one enough. If you are a man that likes green vanilla scents, and if you loved Ani, you will definitely love Club Ani X, and it is now available on So Avant-Garde. I have a code with them as well, ABOTR20 for 20% off. Really generous, and it'll be linked in the description. So now we're gonna talk about my absolute favorite Elixir release of this year, Ralph's Club Elixir by Ralph Lauren. Now this is a very gorgeous, sexy, elegant iris scent. Very aromatic, very uplifting. We have cardamom, grapefruit, orris, lavender, sage, geranium, olibanum, leather, patchouli, and balsam fir. Really the perfect balance between this very expensive feeling with this very fun and playful vibe. There's definitely a lot of playfulness in here, all while having this vibe of maturity as well. It's a guy that has got his shit together, but he can still have fun and go out from time to time. It's a very leathery, aromatic orris. Seems to have some sort of inspiration from some sort of vintage perfume, but done in the most appealing way. Like taking all the good elements of vintage perfumery and putting it here and making it very modern, very wearable, and very, very sexy. This is a very versatile scent that will get the ladies every single time. Very underrated. Everyone talks about other elixirs out there that I do not think even stand close to this one. Definitely test it out. You can try it at Macy's, places like that. And I think you will agree with me. This is the best elixir of 2023. Ralph's Club Elixir. So speaking of gentlemanly perfumes, we're talking about London Spice by Fragrance du Bois, but this is gentlemanly in a very different way. This gives me like James Bond kind of vibes, kind of like classic British. You're in a suit, you're very put together, very polite, and very classic. But this has a very beautiful creamy twist. Spicy mint, bergamot, there's seawater, lavender with white flowers. It is so sexy in the most put together way possible. Nutmeg, cardamom, cedar, there's some spice and woods in here, but it's not like a very punchy spiciness. It's well blended, it's kind of muted. It's there, you smell it. Obviously the name is London Spice, but it's not like a very punchy, offensive spice. It's very creamy, very fresh overall, and very, very, very high quality. Everything from Fragrance du Bois is just top tier quality. This is no exception. It smells expensive. And this is really the most perfect, like everyday type of scent, especially if you're the type of guy that doesn't want to wear something dark. You want something fresh to wear in the winter and fall that will work in every different occasion. Daily wear, gym, office, going out on a date, going out at night, going clubbing. Like this will work in every single situation and you will smell absolutely beautiful and nice and fresh and clean and like a gentleman. Who doesn't want to smell like a gentleman? Definitely one for the James Bond types of guys out there. London Spice by Fragrance du Bois. So now we're going to be going in a little bit of an opposite direction. We have Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privee. This is a very fun, life of the party, boozy iris. This is a pretty simple fragrance with a decently simple note breakdown. We have bergamot, iris, chestnut, whiskey, some woods, and amber. Killer, killer fall winter scent. Anything with iris just instantly elevates the whole entire scent. Even something that's more boozy and playful, this just takes it to the next level. There's something sweet in here too. I definitely smell this type of like bourbon vanilla. The sweetness is definitely coming from somewhere, but it goes a little bit on the darker side. It's definitely like a darker sweetness, balanced by this really beautiful bright iris. And this one is probably one of the most popular from the entire line, but for a very good reason. It's because it is the best. And I like it a lot because it doesn't go too powdery on the skin, which can happen sometimes for some men with their chemistry with iris-based scents. It's kind of a complaint that I hear. Givenchy Gentleman Reserve Privee. So next we have Mont Blanc Explore Platinum. This one is literally 500 times better than the original. This one smells very expensive. It's really an incredible value. Violet leaves, clary sage, and cedar wood. Very luxe smelling. And it's not a very like sauna-esque cedar that can happen sometimes. You guys know what I'm talking about. Sometimes cedar can be very overpowering. You smell like you're in a sauna. This does not go in that direction. It's very rich. And there's something almost cashmere-esque feeling about this. It is really what makes me think that it smells so expensive. Really just ties it all together. Stunning, stunning, woody, freshy, very versatile, very, very easy to wear. One of my top designer releases for the whole year. It is really that good. One of the best that I've smelled in a very long time. I am incredibly impressed. This one is very effortless and perfect in its simplicity. It is really, really stunning. You need to test this one out. If if you like to wear designer fragrances, this one is a must. Mont Blanc Explorer Platinum. Next, we have one of my favorite cheapies in my collection, Uomo Eau de Toilette by Salvatore Ferragamo. This smells 5 times more expensive than it is. You can pick this one up easy online for around like $35, $40. And it's just such a great value. Salvatore Ferragamo is a house that just banger after banger, just such great value. You can get all of these for such affordable, great prices, and they smell so high quality. Like Casual Life is fantastic. Uomo's signature is a 10 out of 10. Another must have. This is a perfect, affordable gourmand. Dimensional gourmand. It's not just a straight gourmand. It's very light and airy. It is an eau de toilette. It is a little bit on the lighter side, but it smells like a tiramisu, a very fresh tiramisu. Women are going to want to eat you. And it's very festive as well. Like it's perfect for the cooler weather. It's really going to put you in the spirit for the holidays. It smells so high quality and it's so affordable. There's really no excuse not to own this, especially if you like to smell like something a little more gourmand, a little more edible. If you want women chasing you down the street, then you need to buy it. It's so addicting and ungodly sexy. I'm telling you guys, if you have not caught on to this already, there is just something about gourmand scents that make women go absolutely nuts. It's scientifically proven, trust me. This is a very sexy, manly tiramisu scent for around 40 bucks. You can't go wrong. So the last one that we have today is the polar opposite of a cheapie. This is one that you will probably have to take out a second mortgage on your house in order to afford, but it is worth it. This is Amber Aoud by Roja. This, in my opinion, is one of Roja's absolute best offerings. It is the richest of the rich, the father of rose ouds. Fig, rose, saffron, lime, orris root, birch, and sandalwood, and so much more. There is seriously endless depth in this perfume. It will take you on this just gorgeous sensory journey, and it better for what this thing cost. One of the most impressive perfumes on earth, but please get it on a discounter. At least get it half off. Like, please do not pay retail for this. Please, please, please. If you are a die-hard rose oud fan, this is one that you absolutely need to have. Look at the color of the juice. This should tell you everything that you need to know. This is the real deal. It is literally a must own. It is so bubbly and enticing and interesting, and it is strong. Every time I wear this, I spray it and I leave the room, I come back and I smell Amber Aoud. Like it's just, it lingers in the air in the best way possible. It is literally perfect in every single way. Roja Dove really knows his way around Rose de Mai, really knows how to make just the most fantastic, amazing blends. Seriously, Amber Aoud, I'm sure there'll be lots of comments below of people that have Amber Aoud. Many people will attest to just how perfect this fragrance is. It's almost hard to describe like just how stunningly beautiful it is and how you definitely need to have it for the fall and winter. Once again, in my very humble opinion. So guys, that is my top 12 must-own fragrances for the fall and winter. These are some of my absolute favorite fragrances to smell on a man. Fragrances that are guaranteed to make a very strong impression and to drive the ladies crazy. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment below. What is your favorite fall and winter fragrance? I would love to know. If you're interested in trying any of these fragrances, you can find them linked in the description below, along with a lot of discount codes, because some of these are a little on the pricey side, and I'm always trying to help you guys save some money, so make sure to use those discount codes. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.